It's a return to the North Pole for Peter Hillary, 40 years after joining his father and Neil Armstrong on that original expedition.
What a special moment for you.
Look, it really is. And, to come back this time and bring my own son, just as my father brought me with Neil Armstrong and the other members of the team, is just fantastic.
Back then, they had to wait out weather, and they flew in small ski-equipped aircraft. Today, a Polar Class II icebreaker.
And actually, we had to rely on communications with HF radio. 40 years, and a lot of things have changed, including, what we experienced up there in terms of the climate, really. I mean, it was open waterways, open pools of water on the ice, which is not really what I expected.
Mark Armstrong was just a kid when he learned his dad was even friends with the famous mountaineer.
What did you know about your dad's friend at the time?
I know that Sir Edmund Hillary was at our house in the 60s, probably 68 or 9. I only know this because my brother came home from school and he said, Sir Edmund Hillary's in our living room. What's going on with that?
What's going on is that they were becoming friends, and years later they agreed to go to the North Pole with an explorer named Mike Dunn. No press involved, a mandate from Armstrong, and a secret Mark says he's not surprised by.
That's actually very consistent with my father. He would have just wanted to go and spend time with his friend Ed, have an adventure together, share stories. And we've been doing a bit of that ourselves.
And one of the storytellers on this trip, Alexander Hillary, Sir Edmund's grandson.
I don't know how old you are, but most young people head to the beach or something for their summer break. You ended up going to the North Pole to retrace the steps of your grandfather.
Well, I can certainly tell you to start with that my family holidays never started with a beach. They were always involved mountains and somewhere cold and adventurous. But it's been a pretty epic adventure. We've done lots of walking on the sea ice, leaning over the bow, watching this icebreaker navigate up through the ice leads and just experiencing the environment there, which is really something to behold.
I am so jealous right now when you're describing all of this. And that's, and one of the reasons that you all are doing this, in addition to just retracing history and learning more about each other, is in fact helping us understand, again, this circle of life, isn't it?
In addition to being a cruise ship, this is a scientific platform. So they're constantly gathering information that gets uploaded daily to an institute in Germany.
Well, and I think having Peter there, who has literally seen the difference between what the place looks like now versus then, is invaluable.
We've sort of been talking on this trip about the polar explorers that even came before, Ed and Neil in 1985. It is this incredible legacy, but exploration is as important as ever.
And it's our objective to really bring to the forefront the challenges of how to take care of this planet, and we're not doing a good enough job. And this is something that we want to highlight with this film. We want to use this film as a platform to talk about how we can be better stewards of planet Earth.